Revealing several gods appearing in this saga, but thinking about the celestial warriors, do you know who the mythological knights who will fight alongside Zeus will be? Hello, knights and Amazons. Welcome to the channel. Always wanted to know. Today we're going to theorize, based on the spoilers that have already come out, who will be Zeus's warriors in this new saga. So go ahead and comment your theories and where you're watching this video from. I'm always trying to reply to all the comments here on the channel, so thank you very much to everyone. And without further ado, go ahead and click like, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into this awesome video. Hey guys, today we're going to come up with some theories based on the recent drafts from Master Masami Kurumada. For Chapter 3 of the new Saint Seiya saga, it looks like we'll have the return of the most powerful gold saint from Next Dimension. We know that peace on Earth has always been a fragile concept, sustained only by Athena's shield and the sacrifice of her saints. But now the game has changed. With the final defeat of Hades in the Elysian Fields, the balance of the universe has been shaken to its core. Apparently, Zeus, the Lord of Thunder and supreme ruler of Mount Olympus, is not at all pleased with the audacity of mortals who dared to wound and defeat deities. However, everything we know about this fury of Zeus was told by Apollo in the Next Dimension manga. Therefore, we don't really know how true this wrath of the King of Olympus actually is. It has already been revealed that Apollo, Zeus, Artemis, and Hera will be present in this new saga. And because of that, a question has arisen. What would the Guard of Olympus be like? The big question is, who are the guardians that make up Zeus's front line? Traditionally in the story, we know the angels as the celestial warriors who protect Olympus. We see them for the first time in the movie, where Apollo and Artemis are the enemies. However, Kurumada's new sketches suggest something much deeper. The Olympian pantheon is complete and ready for war. Our theory points to something epic. Zeus wouldn't just use generic angels. He would summon the demigods and heroes from the ancient wars. Imagine warriors who have divine blood running through their veins, but with the fighting fury of mortals. They would be the perfect servants, occupying the top of the celestial hierarchy. To face Zeus and his brothers, Zeus would need some heavy hitters. And I'm going to show you 5 figures from Greek mythology who could appear with the devastating glory armor of angels. The first would be Theseus, already known in mythology. He is the legendary king of Athens who defeated the Minotaur as a demigod, son of Poseidon in some versions, or Aegeus. He has refined combat skills and unshakable determination. He doesn't fight out of malice, but out of absolute loyalty to the divine order. Theseus is the blonde angel who appeared in the movie Tenkai Ren. He was the only character from that movie who has not yet been readapted, since Tuma of Icarus became Tuma the Angel of Sleep, and Odysseus, who was the purple-haired angel, became Odysseus of Ophiuchus, the 13th gold saint. The next warrior would be Perseus, the slayer of Medusa. Imagine a warrior who carries a shield capable of reflecting powerful attacks, and who has the agility of someone who once commanded the horse Allah of Pegasus in the mythological era. The third would be Achilles, the greatest warrior of the Trojan War. His almost total invulnerability would be the perfect challenge to test Shiryu's Dragon Rage or the Ironic Thunder. The fourth would be Bellerophon, the first tamer of Pegasus. A clash between him and Seiya would be poetic and brutal. The confrontation between the original master of the constellation and the one who carried the name of Pegasus. On the level of a god slayer, for those unaware, Bellerophon has appeared in the manga Rise of Poseidon as one of goddess Nemesis's knights. In this other saga, in 5th place, we have Hercules, the greatest of them all. After completing his 12 labors, he ascended to divinity. As a servant of Zeus, he would be the brute force, unstoppable, requiring all the bronze saints to unite their cosmos for a combined attack. And guys, if Zeus summons the greatest demigods for his personal guard, Hera, the queen of Olympus and goddess of marriage wouldn't be left behind. Known for her cunning and for relentlessly pursuing her husband's illegitimate children, Hera has a contingent of warriors selected for their discipline, devotion, and purity of lineage. Unlike the servants of Zeus who seek glory, Hera's warriors fight to maintain divine order and to punish those who defy the sacred laws. Here are 4 heroes or mythological figures who could make up her elite guard. Argus Panoptes, the giant with 100 eyes in mythology, was Hera's loyal guardian. As a warrior of Saint Seiya, He would be the ultimate sentinel, endowed with sensory perception that makes any surprise attack impossible. Even at the speed of light, his armor would be adorned with eyes that fire bursts of cosmos in all directions. Jason, the leader of the Argonauts, although he met a tragic end, was originally Hera's protege. He could lead a division of elite warriors, using the strategy and leadership that allowed him to capture the Golden Fleece. His attack could involve summoning the souls of the Argonauts. Hippolyta, the queen of the Amazons, bearer of a belt given by Ares himself, she possesses superhuman physical strength. Under Hera's command, she would represent the sacred feminine fury, being a direct adversary for Marin of Eagle or Shayna of Ophiuchus, questioning their loyalty to the goddess Athena. Castor and Pollux, the Dioscuri, the twins who form the constellation Gemini, although one is mortal and the other is immortal. Although their bond is unbreakable, she could use them as a dual combat unit, capable of performing synchronized attacks that distort dimensions. Serving as a divine and enhanced version of the Gemini Knights we already know. And for those who don't know, we've already met a version of Pollux in the He Rise of Poseidon saga, where he is a servant of the goddess Nemesis. And guys, we can't forget that Olympus's offensive has already started to show its claws. No, Zeus's army won't come alone. It will have the support of his children, the twin gods of the sun and the moon. The goddess of the moon commands the satellites, a unit made up exclusively of female warriors who protect the temple of the moon. Led by Callisto and Commander Lascumum, they use bows and arrows bathed in moonlight. Unlike Athena's Amazons, the satellites don't need to hide their faces with masks and possess a wild agility that makes them difficult to track. Their armors imitate the shape of hunting garments like hares and owls. Although Apollo appeared in an imposing and brief manner, the trace of his power is absolute. In Next Dimension, we see his angels, which brings a new level of danger. These celestial warriors wear the glories, armors that emit a dazzling shine. They are the executioners of Olympus. While Artemis's satellites focus on defense, Apollo's angels are sent for the summary execution of those who break the laws of time, as Sayori and the Bronze Saints did. They represent the winged horses that carry Apollo's chariot, capable of incinerating a saint's cosmos. Even before the battle begins, reality is harsh. Seiya, Shiryu, Yoka, Shun, and Ikki are exhausted after the battles against Poseidon, the various fronts of Hades, and the temporal events of Next Dimension. The bodies of the young knights have reached their limit. The opponents to come are not just strong, they are the physical manifestation of divine laws. In this scenario of despair, the need for allies arises. With the death of Hades, the control over the souls of the dead has weakened. This opens up a fascinating theoretical precedent. The souls of the former Gold Knights, both from the 18th century, as well as from the current era, may be wandering freely through Tartarus or around the realm of the dead, awaiting a call. Since this is a possibility for the Gold Knights to return for the final battle, Poseidon is also a possibility. As we know, the Emperor of the Seas has already shown that, even though he is a rival, he prefers the Earth under Athena's rule rather than being destroyed by other gods. He could send his scales or even manifest his power through Julian Solo to help in the battle. Another theory is Hephaestus, the blacksmith of the gods. As an armor architect, he could feel disdain for the tyranny of Olympus and decide to forge new cloths for Athena's defenders, armors that transcend the gold level and approach the Kamui, the divine armors. However, the key piece of this theory and the possible savior of the sanctuary is not a god, but a man who is treated as a curse. Being Odysseus of Ophiuchus, to understand why he is the answer, we need to look at the final moments of Next Dimension. Odysseus was not just a powerful knight, he was a master healer. His presence in the 18th century almost destroyed the balance of the sanctuary because his power was comparable to that of a god. Unlike the other Gold Knights who succumbed to time or battles, Odysseus has a unique biology. While reality was returning to its normal course after the temporal mess caused by Sayori, Odysseus remained in a state of hibernation. He didn't die, he became an anomaly. Odysseus remained alive. With his Ophiuchus gold armor, he used the decades and centuries of isolation to enter a state of deep cellular regeneration. He is self-healing, accumulating cosmos, and keeping his physical integrity intact. He is the miraculous warrior who will return at the moment when Athena is most vulnerable. While Seiya and the others fight against the heroes of Zeus, Odysseus will appear not as a villain seeking Athena's throne, but as a supreme healer. He will restore the vigor of the bronze saints and perhaps bring back the consciousness of the fallen gold saints, as I mentioned. While Olympus mobilizes these colossal armies, from Hera's heroes to Apollo's solar angels, the piece that doesn't fit on the board is Odysseus of Ophiuchus. Odysseus possesses forbidden knowledge. He knows that the soul of a gold saint, when awakened at its peak, can rival the essence of a mythological hero. If he manages to use his healing powers to restore not only the bodies, but also the fighting spirit of Athena's defenders, we might witness a clash of generations, the heroes of the past against the heroes of the present. Odysseus remained silent for centuries, regenerating his body cell by cell inside the house of Ophiuchus. He is the cure against the fury of the gods. While Zeus prepares his lightning, Odysseus prepares his cosmos for battle. He is the only one capable of helping Seiya and the others permanently, allowing them to face the angels and demigods on equal footing. Therefore, we realize that the final battle against Olympus will not be won only with punches at the speed of light, but with strategy. And the return of forgotten legends. Odysseus of Ophiuchus carries the weight of a banished constellation, and his return symbolizes that even fate can be changed. Zeus may have his demigods, but Athena has the loyalty of men who have overcome death itself. If Odysseus really awakens Olympus, he'll see that his power can be devastating. And what do you think? Will Odysseus be a great ally or a new threat? And which of these Greek heroes do you most want to see facing Seiya? Leave your comment below so I can know, and thank you for watching this video. See you next time. Burn your cosmos to infinity.